Hello from my backyard. There is my garden right there. I'm so happy and excited to share today's video with you. Today's video is going to be a boys' room reset. I'm not really decluttering anything, and that is because Mikey is at school and I don't like to get rid of his things without him approving it. So I'll just be resetting his room. I'm adding a new piece of furniture that I am so excited about. So this piece of furniture made such a big difference, and I'm so excited to share it with you today. So let's go ahead and get into this video. As I mentioned, Mikey was at school when I started this project, and that is exactly where I wanted him to be. I could not do this on the weekend when he was home, just because I felt like if he was home and I was tearing his room apart, it might have given him just a little bit of anxiety, because he is very particular on where he has his things. And while I definitely am going to be moving his things around, I feel like he'll appreciate the after more than the actual process of getting it done. As you all know, the actual process of decluttering, reorganizing, it's not a pretty picture, and it can definitely get messy and exhausting fast. Before I organize or reorganize a space, I really try to have a picture in my mind of what it is I want to achieve. I have to take into account the size of the room, the space that we have available. As you all know, I moved into a much smaller home. Therefore, everything that I bring in, I have to have a particular use or intention for. So because Mikey is a big collector, he loves his knickknacks, I really try to find ways to help him get organized. We put a shelf up on his wall, and that has helped so much. He actually goes in from time to time and reorganizes that shelf, so it's really given him a fun way to keep organized, but he needed a starting point, and that is where I come in. Today we are moving on to phase 2 of organizing his room, and that is where this amazing shelf that I found came into play. So let me go ahead and share that with you all. Today I will be unboxing and assembling a Sedeta 35.4-inch file cabinet, but instead of using it in the office, I will be using it to help organize my teenage son's room. It is perfect because it has 2 large drawers that can hold just about anything: video games, controllers, school supplies, and more. I love that there are also shelves where I will be putting his record player, knickknacks, video games, stuffed animals, whatever it is that needs to be organized is all going to go in one central location. What makes it even better is that there is a built-in power strip with 2 outlets and 2 USB ports. So he can plug in his gaming console, charge his phone, connect speakers without cords running all over the room, and of course the LED lights are a big win. They are able to control the lights with over 60,000 color options from their phone. This also syncs with music, so they can have a party in their room, have the music going and the lights moving to the music. I can also see this piece of furniture working amazing in an office. I can already envision it. So I'll go ahead and link the Sedeta file cabinet down below in the description box if you want to grab one for your own home, whether it's for your teenager's room, an office, or anywhere you need a little more organization. But definitely keep on watching so you see exactly how I put it to use in Mikey's room. The desk that I am cleaning out, I'm actually going to be repurposing this in his bedroom. We bought this desk when we moved to Texas because he was going to do homeschool. He is no longer doing homeschool. He goes to in-person school. And so the desk really isn't something that he's going to be using properly anymore. It's actually just become a catch-all junk space. And so I figured there'd be a better way for us to use it. So we're going to use it here. It's going to be his 3D printing desk. It has a drawer so he can put all of his supplies in there versus keeping them all over the floor. When he initially got this 3D printer, it was a Christmas gift. We didn't have a table for it, so we just pulled out an old set of nightstands that we were holding on to, and it came in handy for this here, but I don't see us having another use for them, so I went ahead and gave them away to a family member. I got these nightstands in Arizona, 2 for $5 over at Goodwill. Thrifting in Arizona was so good. You can find the best things. And I think that's why I ended up overfilling my home, just because I would find such amazing deals. Doesn't mean I needed all of them because I ended up just returning them to Goodwill. But I definitely did find some good things out in AZ. The black dresser that you see next to the desk, that was something that I picked up at an estate sale, and I want to say I paid $50 for it. I painted it. It was a brown, not a brown that I liked at the moment, and it definitely aged it, but I painted it black just to match his room. It's definitely a mid-century piece, which I love mid-century furniture. And so I'm thinking of using that in my living room as my TV stand, just because for whatever reason, I really hate the TV stand that I have now. My husband is the one that has kept it there. He has an attachment to it just because he says we paid so much money for it. And my response is yes, but we paid that much money for it over 10 years ago. So I think we've got our money's worth by now. So I don't know. I planted the seed in his head. If I did put it in my living room, I would probably paint it and add some feet at the bottom just to give it a little bit of height. So let me know what you think about that. I'm trying to gather all of his things and put them into a basket, a box, whatever it is I can find to keep it together. As I mentioned, I am not getting rid of anything. So what I plan to do is go over some of the items that I am putting into these boxes and baskets with him. That way we can declutter them and just get rid of things once and for all. Let me know how you feel about decluttering other family members' belongings, your kids, your husband's. For me, it's a big no-no, as I mentioned, but I'd love to get your viewpoint. Go ahead and leave your comment down below. It's now day 3 of this project, thus an outfit change. I wanted to disinfect his floor, so I used a little bit of Clorox and Pine Sol to do so. It is okay to mix these two cleaning agents. It will not cause a chemical reaction. I looked it up. So this was the perfect time for me to get under the furniture and get it all disinfected and cleaned up. This here is what I have been working towards for 3 days now, getting this piece of furniture in. When I put it in, I realized that this was not the side that it needed to go on. It needed to go here. So the good thing about this furniture piece is that the cabinet side of it is interchangeable. So my husband switched out the side for me really quickly in between his meetings, and it wasn't that quick. But he helped me get it done quicker than if I would have done it myself. And so now I get to organize everything onto this shelf. This was the missing piece in his room, and I think you all are going to be so pleased with the final result. So let's go ahead and start getting organized. your kids or grandkids back in school? Mikey and Ileana started school about 2 weeks back, and it has been a big adjustment. I am definitely a zombie in the mornings, but Ileana started 7th grade, and Mikey is a junior and a freshman in college. He's doing early college high school. The adjustment has been really difficult, especially because life keeps happening. I mentioned in my community tab that my grandfather passed away, and so he passed away the week before school started. And then the week that school did start is when we were doing all of the funeral services. And so it's been difficult to navigate through starting school and going through the death of my grandfather. But he is resting and he is in a much better place. I'm so glad that I got to be back the last 3 years to get to know him a little bit better, especially in older age. His death hit me a little different than my other grandparents, and that's because I'm just in a different stage of life, and I understood him a lot more than he even thought I did. So I'll be holding a piece of him in my heart every single day. One thing that I wanted to point out is that these drawers are very large. They are nice and tall. I was able to store his spray bottle in there, and it is a pretty tall spray bottle without having to plop it on its side, risking water falling out or anything like that. So I was pleasantly surprised with the amount of storage in these drawers. Now that I have all of his little knickknacks off of the dresser, I am going to be dusting it. There is so much dust buildup here, and it just really needed it. I'm sure this doesn't help his allergies at all. But I also realized that once I took off all of his little knickknacks and organized them onto the shelf, he really didn't have that much. It looked so much worse than it was because it wasn't organized properly. And so now that it's organized, I'm like, okay, it's not too bad. Just don't add any more. But he actually came home from school with a couple of things that he got at a little fair that they had at school. And he brought a pair of glasses and a yo-yo. And I told him, you are not keeping any of that. You don't need it. And he said, well, I'm at least going to keep the yo-yo. So on the shelf is his little yo-yo. And I couldn't help but laugh, but he just holds on to little things that he doesn't need. So I'm definitely going to be working with him on that. I really wanted to simplify the look of this dresser. There was just too much going on before. So I removed the shoe rack. It no longer needed to be there. I feel like if there's unnecessary items there that he can pile things onto, he will. So I removed the shoe rack. It's no longer there. And I just tried to bundle everything together, at least what I could. I definitely spoke to my husband before I did this because I did not want to ruin any of their electronics, and so he was okay with the way that I resituated the dresser. I'm just going to continue dusting off all of his furniture. We are going to vacuum and then put his clean bedding back on, and I will share the end results with you. I am going to be getting into the before and afters, and these before and afters are so good. Let me know down below what you think of this organization project, and also too, don't forget to check out Sedeta for all of your home organization needs. I will be sure to link Mikey's specific bookshelf down below in case you're looking for something similar. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I will see you in the next one. Hugs!